Good afternoon. Um, for the cover of my presentation, I chose this picture from ad campaign to the TV series you might know, Westworld, which is TV series developed by HBO, available on streaming platforms, and I guess it's pretty much telling of the issues that we explore in our art. That is to which extent algorithms and program sociality controls our lives in a digital media and platform environments, and to which extent we have free choice in the consumption of culture or in formulating our political ideas and so on. It's yeah, Westworld. Free will is not free, but we didn't really explore ethical dimensions. But I guess like science fiction or cyberpunk was one of the modes to explore those topics. Something that we sort of used as a method. Science fiction has really close to future studies methods that we employed in our data gathering process. But still, we were grounded in social constructivism, so we weren't like fully into future studies mode.
When you move the mouse somewhere else, it disappeared.
Oh yeah. The presentation comes from the article that was part of special issue on the construction of the future of platforms for Central European Journal of Communication. I wasn't the only author there. There were more of us. So basically, yeah. What motivated the article was the increasing role of AI and algorithms, positing questions about reducing human agency in the near future. That is also constrained by platform infrastructures. And we were interested in how imagination or imaginaries about the future of platforms in the European Union is constructed. In imaginations, various experts such as sci-fi writers, experts on bioethics, policymakers, activists, filmmakers, and so on. So there were like more creative approaches in those scenarios, and also more like pragmatical or pragmatic approaches to it. It resulted in 10 scenarios that were related to this topic of algorithms and choices. What we had there were some visions and scenarios really close to the narratives we may know from science fiction literature, like transhumanist visions or neo-futuristic visions of humans enhanced by algorithms, but also as well more pragmatic assumptions about platformization of EU. Science fiction is pretty much present in thinking about European Union, as you can tell from politician writes sci-fi novels. There is this sci-fi podcast series, Science Fiction and the Future of Europe, Europarama, which is developed by Giuseppe Porcaro, who's political geographer. So I think that only should support the argument that science fiction is some useful mode for thinking about past, future, and present. Yeah, science fiction has the potential to interrogate how digital culture shapes subjectivity. And I guess that's something we used in our data gathering process, and I will get to that later. To translate the question of algorithms and choices, we used structuration theory that also helped to structure our data. In structuration theory, agency refers to the individuals to act freely, while structures are here presented more as constraining arrangements or more stable arrangements in society. But structures are not fully fixed, which is a good thing because it's there. There's a promise that something can change and nothing, everything is not just given or fixed. In this sense, we saw platforms as more as a structure, facilitating interactions between users and systems, and then algorithms as structuring mechanisms that sort of further structure interactions, user behavior, content, and feeds. We didn't see platforms only from one perspective, but rather we saw more platforms as socio-technical assemblages of people, practices, institutions, sites and bits of knowledge, technologies, and so on and so on. So we didn't see it only from one perspective. Our data were structured around four main actors. Those were European institutions, platform users, platform corporations, more seen as bigger structures, not as individuals behind it, but more as bigger structures, platform corporations. Algorithms as technical objects. We analyzed three corpuses of data. Those were scenario cards that were developed during 4 Delphi Plus workshops in different locations around Europe. We also analyzed transcriptions of discussions that took place during these Delphi workshops. Future scenarios, essays that were written by researchers themselves, which added a bit of auto-ethnographic dimension to it. And Nico will also speak a bit more on the methodology, because we had shared methodology. This is can I move the one somehow?
Yes.
This is to visually translate our scenarios. We used the method of semantic mapping. So we created this map that is structured around 4 axes. On one hand, agency and structure. On the other, more tech-centric scenarios. On the other, more human-centric scenarios, such as those centered around platform users or European institutions that were sort of as protectors of human agency within platform structures. And I will unpack only a few of those scenarios. One of the most frequent actor in our analysis were algorithms. Our experts and participants said that claimed that they think that algorithms will have even more weight in 20 years scale in the future on the cultural, political, medical fields of capitalist production, and so on. I chose one scenario to unpack here, which is called something as algo systems or algorithm caretaker. Those are sort of overlapping. It's quite optimistic, I think. It sees as sort of assistance of humans in political or consumer choices. I guess one scenario mentioned that one particular consumer choice is like which ice cream you want to buy. That algorithm can actually help you with it, but it also contained more like transhumanist of microchips inserted into human bodies, which would process feedback between human mind and the body and technology. In this scenario, was Europe. The European dimension was quite strong, and it saw European Union as technological utopia by 2050s. It saw European Commission as first to approve implementing. We can also we can have a discussion whether it's realistic or not. And it okay. And it saw this technological company based in Europe called Algino, a company jointly funded by European Union and private capital. Yeah, we know these visions from science fiction, I guess. To platform corporations, they were seen as centralizing power and sort of accelerating capitalist production. They were very neoliberal technological scenarios, accentuating individual skills that would allow social mobility. But it also saw larger class distinctions in the future. Actually, two classes, masters and users. People who buy AI and people who produce AI. Yeah, accumulation of platform power. We have some examples recent. When it came to platform users, they were seen as I guess it really intersects with what Vaya said, trying to withdraw from platform environments, resistance in the form of away from keyboard, off the grid, cabin in the woods. The some keywords that appeared in our analysis. Yeah, and it also saw switch from very large language models to very small language models that would be trained not on big data models but on your love letters and private conversations and so on and so on. Yeah, some of those scenarios were quite romantic. Came to European institutions, they were seen as protecting human agency and enforcing regulation, transparency, or algorithm literacy that would work together. There was even the vision of so-called European Justice League of algorithm literacy, which would be supranational organization that sort of enforces algorithm. And some conclusions. Yeah. So scenarios centered on algorithms were highly tech deterministic. They would promise efficiency of human mind or platformization of state or state organization. Institutions were seen as protective force from non-human actors and algorithms. Corporations were seen as centralizing power and accelerating capitalist modes of production. And platform users were focusing on platform environments. And I guess that's it. Thanks.